to be one of the suspects, but they're not releasing that information.
What was the game? That's the thing I'm curious about.
Madden 19. It's the new Madden
it would
football
make sense
season.
if it was like Call of Duty or something like that, where
you would
using
think.
firearms like in Madden. Well, then if you think you're so great, you should have brought a football and just started beating people off the head.
But
you know what I mean, with a football, that would have been cool. Like you'd have shown, you'd have proved your medal at that point.
Which okay, so this I guess alludes to something that's happening here in New Hampshire as well. So you see these idiots. I mean, a lot of people take this serious. I mean, I understand that it's a tournament. You go to Las Vegas for the finals and stuff. But we're starting to see things here at home. Okay, now you've probably heard, as you guys know, we are a service provider of karaoke for a bar called McGarvey's. We've talked about McGarvey's many times.
Yeah, we're done talking about McGarvey's. Right?
We've been there.
I want to hear this story. Shut up.
We've been there. We've drunk there. We've eaten there. We've done everything there. Well, at least I have, anyway. I'm just kidding.
Those are the nights you come home late.
I came in on a Friday. Me and Bernie hooked up.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody knows that. It's been on Facebook for months, dude.
So you see Manchester Pictures. Alerts and Manchester Info on Facebook. MUR has reported on it, and NH1 has reported on it and stuff. There have been incidences where these idiots, these drunken idiots, and I will say this.
Were they masshole idiots?
They were masshole idiots.
Not all of them, though.
Two of them were, but the youngsters.
Friday night was.
The youngsters, they were two 21-year-olds. They were just resisting arrest. There hasn't been confirmation that they were patrons of McGarvey's. Mm-hmm. These two were, out-of-towners. Decide to, race hell.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, so the incident that happened Friday night, yes, they were at McGarvey's, but they had already left McGarvey's.
They did. That is correct.
So, in the stories where they're like, oh, yeah, they were drinking at McGarvey's. Yes, they were earlier in the night, but had left McGarvey's. I believe they were in Panucci's and came out of Panucci's when the whole thing happened. Because they were actually across the street from McGarvey's when it started. So the way that it went down was actually.
This was after you closed?
Yeah, 1 o'clock.
No.
We're talking about Friday night or Saturday night?
Friday night.
There's two stories here.
Right.
So Friday nights, what happened was these two guys started fighting in the middle of the crosswalk. Mm-hmm. Well, there was a police officer that was coming down Elm Street and saw it, so he immediately stopped. Well, he got the two separated, and as he was talking to the other kid, the one that was fighting him had a knife and was going after the police officer.
Oh, shit.
Well, little Davey, just happened to be outside and knew the police officer because he went to school.
Hold on 1 second. Now, explain to our listeners who little Davey is.
So Davey is actually one of the bouncers at McGarvey's, and he is friends with. He went to school with the police officer, so he knew him. But when he saw that the kid had a knife and was going after the police officer, mm-hmm. That's when, obviously, he kicked in and, tackled the kid.
Mm-hmm. Now, we also found out that the captain of the Manchester Police Department has called McGarvey's and is trying to get a hold of Dave, the bouncer, for recognition.
Oh, hell yeah.
For what happened. So here's the official report for Friday. It says suspect tries to stab a Manchester Police Department officer outside of McGarvey's bar on Elm Street. Officer Alex Martins observed a physical altercation in front of McGarvey's bar approximately around 1 a.m. The 28-year-old male victim was being assaulted by two other suspects. Officer Martins was separating the subjects from the victim when a Corey Machado, 29, of Chester, Masshole, charged him he was charging after him with a knife. The bouncer, this is who we were talking about, who works at McGarvey's, was able to tackle Machado before he was able to reach Officer Martins. Machado ran from the scene and attempted to stab a 30-year-old male victim with a knife as well. Officer Matthew Nocella located Michelle in the area at 15 High Street. Upon seeing Officer Nocella, Machado threw the knife in the bushes nearby. Officer Nocella subsequently placed Machado under arrest. Machado was charged with second-degree assault, attempted second-degree assault, falsifying physical evidence, felon in possession in a 72-hour probation period as well. He is scheduled to appear Hillsborough County Superior Court North on August 27th, which I believe is tomorrow. Also arrested in the incident, is Zed Cordero, 27, of Fall River, Mass. I will leave it there for disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. He's also scheduled to appear at the 9th Circuit Court, Manchester, on September 28th of 2018. Alex Stillman, 21, of Manchester, New Hampshire, was also arrested for simple assault, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. He's also scheduled to appear in the 9th Circuit Court of Manchester on September 28th as well. John Funk, 21, Manchester, New Hampshire, simple assault, disorderly conduct, hindering apprehension, and resisting arrest.
Yep.
Aren't those the same thing?
No. You can hinder arrest by basically running.
Okay.
If you
or you're preventing them from arresting somebody else.
Oh,
exactly.
I see.
You're not listening to his orders
resisting arrest.
So when he tells you to back off because he's trying to,
right?
I see.
He's trying to detain somebody else, and you're
cop, that's my friend. Yeah.
He is scheduled to appear in the 9th Circuit District Court again in Manchester on September 28th.
Well, congratulations for these four fuckheads.
So
good times Friday night.
The picture that they have of Corey Machado, his face is all.
I love how he's the only one.
I hope Davey did that too.
I love how he's the only one clearly fucked.
I hope Davey
You know what? Listen, hey, if Davey did or didn't do it, it's not up to us to say because this is all legal matters.
Yes,
listen,
correct.
you may very well know that that's what happened, but all this stuff becomes legal. Davey had no right outside of the bar to hit anyone. So you guys, Davey had no right. Davey had no right outside of the bar to hit anyone.
It was from him tackling the kid.
Okay, well then cool. That's cool because then he's legally liable.
Well, here's the thing.
So he's not a police officer.
Jurgis actually brings up a good point.
He's not a police officer.
Now, the thing is it was approximately 1 a.m. I mean, I can understand that he was still under the clock, but he wasn't under the...
He's not a cop.
No, he isn't. He isn't. But he acted as a citizen because he knew that... I know it was his friend.
He did the right thing.
He did the right thing doing...
But someone may or may not have been injured as a result of him doing that.
Correct.
And when you injure someone because you may or may not have done the right thing...
He was making a citizen's arrest.
Good citizen's arrest is horse shit. That is an absolute... There's no such thing as a citizen's arrest. I mean,
he saved that cop from getting stabbed.
Yeah, he did. He undeniably did the right thing.
He did.
But someone may or may not have been injured as a result of that, and there's liability that becomes from that.
That's because the society we live in,
unfortunately, that's how it works.
The lawyers we have in this world,
exactly.
It could come back and bite Davey in the ass.
So all we know is that Davey did the right thing, and if that guy got injured, what I hope was that guy got injured because a couple of fucking cops roughed him up. You know what I mean?
Which could have been after the fact.
Probably what happened. Let's go with that. What happened.
After they got him down on the ground, it wouldn't have surprised me because he was still flailing. So
well, then when you
obviously
flail,
I wasn't there Saturday because I was at a pig roast. What are the details?
Oh my God!
So it says another bar patron who decided to pick a fight with Manchester Police Department. The Manchester Police Department won the fight, and the suspect was taken into custody.
Oh no, that was the first one. That was at Panucci's.
Yeah.
That was the one from Panucci's.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you're talking Saturday right now. Right?
There was another. There was that one.
Right.
And there was
Friday,
another one.
And then there was another one Saturday night. There was two on Saturday night. The other one Saturday, there was the one from Panucci's where he, again, the kid went after one of the cops.
Oh my God!
What makes people think that they can go ahead and just assault?
The two bars I can't go to are the two bars that literally have the most scummiest pieces of shit. Pulling the most scummiest pieces of shit stuff. I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm reveling in this. I think this is fucking hilarious because it's like, seriously, God almighty, I'm sorry, but I think, I mean, as awful as it is, I think it's fucking hysterical because fuck both those places. Like, I get that you guys work in McGarvey's, but like, fuck both those places and fuck all their patrons.
But you know what? It happens everywhere.
It does, but not 2 days in a goddamn row at within fucking with a stone's throw of one another.
So what happened Saturday night?
It's an example of the kind of fucking of the kind of patrons that those kinds of places.
But these are
22-year-olds.
22-year-olds.
Well, nevertheless,
21-year-olds.
And they're being drawn into that environment because that kind of environment, that's the kind of shit that those kinds of places draw in.
As far as I'm concerned, do that.
Yeah, well, you know what, dude? It didn't happen in two places at the within literally on Saturday. We're talking 3 incidents, right? Over 2 days.
Well, no, there was a third one on Saturday, farther down by like where what is it, Tap Moose or whatever the fuck
Thirsty
it's called.
Moose, something like that.
House.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's always going to be bullshit, but I'm sorry, man. I've been going downtown for a while. I've never seen 11 fucking cop cars. I don't say this is a
problem, but the problem with McGarvey's is it's the last place everybody wants to be, man.
Correct.
It's the
it's where
best
everyone goes to
be.
It's where everyone goes to
and
blackout.
When you have a 21-year-old that comes there, there's a lot of bars are really protective of their bar, especially when we were there. We knew the diehard McGarvey's people. We knew the people that would come in on occasion, hello, and then we knew people like, who the fuck is this clown? And what's he going to start his shit for?
You mean me?
Well, I can tell you that from the fight Saturday night that happened outside of McGarvey's, yes, they were McGarvey's patrons.
Yeah.
From the get-go, when I got there, they were super fucking rowdy. And I had told the bouncers, I said, listen, you guys need to watch them because they're being ridiculous right now.
Yeah.
They were constantly hounding me. They were the only ones in the fucking bar.
Yeah.
When am I singing? When am I singing? When am I singing? When am I singing?
Never.
Like,
never.
Just being complete assholes. Like, one of the kids, went to grab the mic, even though, he was, I never even called him. Like, the jukebox was on. He wanted to sing with the jukebox.
You can't do your job when you're being fucking hounded like that.
No, absolutely. Here's the thing now. We've actually taken some steps now between us and the bouncers and the bartending staff as well. So we actually have one of the high-powered flashlights now. So when we do see something, when we see something,
nice.
we flash.
Smart.
We have our protocols now. So
good.
And if we see some things that do not look right, we call one of them over and we try to nip it in the bud. So, but Friday and Saturday, you know how it is, how busy it is, how crazy it is,
and you don't need that because it is that busy.
And you guys have a whole new angle. You guys have an angle on things that the bouncers don't.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Especially on the dance floor.
Yeah.
You guys are seeing things from a perspective that unless there's somebody standing right where you guys are, they can't see it.
Right.
You've got Tim or whoever on the door, on the back door, and when you're talking a sea of people on the dance floor, the shit that's happening on the other side gets lost. You know what I mean? And you guys,
I would just point at my
there.
eyes, and with the door guys, I'd point at my eyes and go, boom, here.
Right. Sure.
Watch this guy.
Yeah.
The thing that I think it's, I don't know what it is, but
alcohol.
Well, it's definitely alcohol, but there's more
women.
There's new people coming into the bar, and the bar is at capacity more than I've ever seen.
And college is about to start.
There are a lot of reasons.
Keene State is ready to go, but
there are a lot of reasons.
Lob and Lager, you're going to get hit on Wednesday.
There's a lot of reasons seasonally why things are going off right now. But I don't know. To me, it's
the end of the summer. New school.
So continue with the thing, with the fight Saturday.
Yeah.
So they were already super obnoxious. I think there was 6 or 8 of them. They were there for a bachelor party. To the point where they were doing cartwheels on the frickin' dance floor. Coming inches of hitting the TVs.
Oh, my God.
I must have told them, 4 or 5 times to cut the shit.
Team USA, ease up on the friggin' dance floor.
Right.
Just pushing girls that were dancing out of the way. Just being fucking obnoxious.
Huh?
I love
finally, the guys had enough, and they're like, you guys gotta go. Well, nope, we're not leaving.
Guess what? You are.
Yeah, really.
It's turned into Roadhouse.
I'm not leaving.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot more taking stance, and you're going to see the guys more.
Tim asked them to leave 3 times. The same guy.
Jesus, you ask one time.
Like 3 times. Tim's like, you have got to go.
Yeah.
So Davey and Tim actually literally side by side picked up the guy and walked him to the front door. The whole time the